I'm just going to be honest here. I might have bought the iPhone 12 Pro last year with the idea I would use it for professional video and photo creation. And Apple's marketing really made it sound like it could replace my professional video camera.
You got this on that. Okay, get this thing off me!
And I feel like the announcement of the iPhone 13 in the Apple event was focused on it being a professional videography tool, and at the same time making it look super easy. Upgraded lenses, ProRes, and the cinematic mode to name a few of the key features of the new iPhone 13 Pro, and Apple loves to throw in these professional videography terms to make it sound very professional and accessible for the average user, although it is not ready yet to replace your professional video camera in my personal opinion. There are some important points Apple put in the side notes I think are really important and you should know before considering buying this new iPhone 13 Pro for video creation. To prove my point, I'm filming this A-roll right now with my iPhone 12 Pro, which I will tell you more about in a second. Hi, my name is Felix and this is How to Creative with everything you need to create. Before we go into the details of the iPhone 13 Pro's video features, let's talk about the iPhone 12 Pro for a second. This is important because it is very similar to the iPhone 13 Pro, and normally I film all my videos with professional video equipment to get the best video quality for you, and maybe also a little for myself. And I gotta say, it's extremely easy to just set up my iPhone 12 Pro on a tripod and start filming. And do keep in mind that in this case, I just replaced my professional video camera with the iPhone 12 Pro. I am using professional audio and lighting equipment, and this is what happens when I switch to the built-in microphone of the iPhone 12 Pro and turn the aperture 120D Mark II off. Yeah, I know. So that's why we're only talking about the video capabilities in this case. The iPhone 12 Pro can film in 4K 60 frames, just like the iPhone 13 Pro, and right now I'm filming 4K 25 frames in 10-bit HDR on the high efficiency mode, only available in the HEVC format. And the reason why I prefer to shoot video in this mode is because of the higher dynamic range and color depth, since it is 10 bits. And I always shoot in 10-bit Vlog on my GH5 so I can do more with the colors in post. And okay, maybe this sounds like abracadabra to you, but Apple's professional video format ProRes might make it a lot easier to create professional video content with the iPhone, or maybe not. More about this later. And talking about doing things with colors in post, the iPhone 12 Pro introduced ProRes, which is an absolute game changer for photography, but we're talking about videography in this case, so more about this another time in another video. Back to the iPhone 12 Pro and 13 Pro as a film camera. I'm using Smallrig's case for the iPhone 12 Pro that you can see here, just like I have on the Panasonic Lumix GH5, which is amazing. I'm sure this one will be released for the iPhone 13 Pro as well. You can easily rig things on it like a microphone or a handle. This allows you to easily film horizontally or vertically if you want to. So if you're deciding to pick up the iPhone 13 Pro for videography after watching this video, the affiliate link will be in the description. Thanks for clicking. So now, let's get to the point. What did Apple really do to upgrade the iPhone 13 Pro? If you haven't seen the event, here's a quick recap. First of all, it has an improved A15 chip, which has a 5-core GPU upgrade, which is mostly great for gaming, I guess, and the 120Hz ProMotion display, which is also really nice in general. And it also gets an improvement in battery life. Now, what did Apple really upgrade regarding video? Talking about filmmaking, the event was again a filmmaking masterpiece. Starting off with changes in lenses compared to the 12 Pro, the 13 Pro's telephoto changed from a 52mm f2.0 to a 70mm f2.8, which basically means greater distance with a slower lens, meaning less light. The wide lens went from a 1.6 to a 1.5 aperture, so a bit faster. And the ultra wide with a 120 degrees field of view went from a 2.4 to a 1.8 aperture, which is also great, of course. Next, they claimed it can do macro photography, which I'm really excited to see more about, and the new set of lenses does improve the optical zoom range from 4 times to 6 times. But with that, the lenses seem to stick out more than on the iPhone 12 Pro, which is interesting. The thing I got most excited about though was ProRes, and let's talk about that after this video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives that love to learn and improve their skills. And with that being said, I only work with sponsors I genuinely like and whose products I use myself. And I have been consuming a lot of Skillshare content lately, and I really enjoy it. I have been watching a lot of Dale McManus, who made a class on iPhone photography, which is really nice. And I also watched this class on how to edit it in Lightroom Mobile. And if you haven't seen my previous video, I just finished making my class on how to build a PC. If you're interested in that, I would love it if you check it out. And you can watch this for free because there is a limited time offer that the first 1,000 of you to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. And you also really support the channel if you sign up after clicking the link in the description. So thank you Skillshare so much for sponsoring this video so I can pay Daniel to edit this video for me. Talking about Daniel, he also helped me film our homemade iPhone 12 Pro unboxing / commercial video, which turned out amazing. In my opinion. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out by clicking in the right corner. Let's get back to it. ProRes, amazing. Apple's professional video format that is loved by many professional videographers in the field, but what they didn't tell you in the keynote is that it can only record Full HD 1080p for the 128GB model. And this is the entry model for the iPhone 13 Pro because the new lineup is 128, 256, and 512, and the new 1TB storage option. And if you're planning to shoot in 4K, you will probably need to get the 1TB option since ProRes creates chunky files, which are a lot easier to edit on the PC though. Now the star of the show that Apple really wants you to know about, cinematic mode. And cinematic mode is basically video with depth. It creates bokeh and a focus transition between 2 points with a blurry effect in video, hence the cinematic effect. I was extremely hyped when I saw this because it would mean that you could film video with a great depth of field and autofocus. It finally made sense why they put the LiDAR sensor in the Pro models, right? No, well, it is artificial, and as far as we know, it doesn't use the LiDAR sensor. Moreover, it looks a bit too digital in my opinion, as a low aperture focus transition should be smooth, like on a lens for example. And also what they didn't tell you, no 4K resolution video in this mode. It supports up to Full HD in 30 FPS, which is kind of a letdown to be honest. I would really like a bigger depth of field for video on the iPhone, as I like to get this with my system camera for my YouTube videos, and I will be posting a video showing my YouTube studio soon if you're interested in that, which shows my gear I use to make these videos. And I might also make a Skillshare class with the complete process how I make my videos since I've gotten a lot of requests. Now my biggest letdown. No USB-C. I know it might seem strange and not very related to videography, but let me explain. As I mentioned previously, ProRes files are huge and you might want to edit them on a PC, MacBook, or iMac. And the lighting port on the iPhone 13 Pro still operates at the speed of a USB 2.0. And this is disappointing because it will take you a long time to transfer these files before you can edit them. And this does make me think though, maybe they will release a Final Cut mobile that will make use of the new 5-core GPU inside the iPhone 13 Pro? Maybe. Something that is exciting though in my opinion is the sensor shift optical image stabilization, which was also already in the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which did not seem to have a big difference in stabilization with the dual optical image stabilization in the regular 12 Pro that I'm filming on right now. But it may be improved in the 13 Pro, we just need to wait for some test video footage to be able to make a conclusion, and that is probably my takeaway for this video. Wait a few weeks to see for yourself if the iPhone 13 Pro is really worth it for video creation, and if it is worth upgrading from the iPhone 12 Pro. My conclusion, the new iPhone 13 Pro is not going to replace a professional film camera, as Apple likes to suggest though, but this is a great extra for content creators, and even though it is not a big upgrade from the iPhone 12 Pro, it is really starting to catch up as a professional filmmaker's tool for sure, and it provides a lot of features that can be utilized with ease for quick, beautiful photo and video content for socials. I'm going to stick with my iPhone 12 Pro for another year. See you next year, Apple. And with that being said, it would be actually nice if we could use the OLED P3 color spectrum, HDR, and the brighter 1000 nits display on the iPhone 13 Pro as a field monitor. Also, do not like this video because we don't want Apple to see this, and absolutely do not think about pressing that subscribe button. As always, for any comments, questions, and or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. And you can also join the Discord for further discussions. Stay creative, and see you soon.